What's good, everyone? This is Artist of Truth coming to you with another vlog entry on this wonderful, magnificent, and yet hot Saturday afternoon. I hope that you all are in great spirits. I hope that you are positive, loving, and joyous today. Most of all, as I always say, don't allow anyone to take your joy and your happiness. Your joy and happiness solely belongs to you and no one else. So on that note, let's go ahead and roll into the topic for today. So Disney has came forward with a movie, another remake of The Little Mermaid. Oh yeah, when I tell you this is very interesting, it is very interesting. As a matter of fact, I don't have my tea with me right now, so I guess I'm gonna have to go and I'm gonna have to walk over here and grab this lawn chair real quickly and take it up here to the spot where I can sit in the shade and talk with you all about how angry and remotely disgusted Caucasians are right now. You have some very racist, spiteful, hateful foreign Caucasians who are living here, and they're very upset, because Disney decided to make Ariel the mermaid a melanated mermaid. Now this is the thing, that really disturbs me about this whole get up is the Little Mermaid is a fish. It's a fictitious character. It's a Disney character. That's all it is. But there's a change.org. There is a petition going on where I believe you probably have 6,000, 7,000 petitions wanting Disney not to put this, not to make the Little Mermaid of color, which I hope Disney isn't so easily persuaded by racist, hateful, envious ass Neanderthals about a fictitious character, a fictitious movie. It's stupid and it's shallow-minded, very shallow-minded. They even created a group on Facebook that I happen to be a part of. Oh wow, they invited me. Some of my friends invited me to this group, so I looked in and I could see a whole lot of Neanderthals who are very crushed by Halle Bailey being selected for the part. Now, this is my thing. And I want people to be mindful and understand that just about every movie that obviously required a specific ethnicity of a character to play that role, a lot of Neanderthals, Caucasians played those roles. Like also every Jesus Christ movie that was ever created, Caucasians. Every time you looked at a movie and they were talking about Jesus, guess what? It was a Caucasian. multiple, multiple Caucasians. Even with Elizabeth Taylor when she starred, as played that role as Cleopatra, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, ain't no damn way. Cleopatra was not no damn pale-skinned woman, regardless to what many people have been led to believe. That's really not what it is. And oh boy, yeah, it's boring. It is whack as fuck. I'm like, damn, you don't see melanated people out there petitioning about, who's playing in this movie, who's playing in that movie. I was like, damn. I thought about it. I was like, damn, they had a lot of movies which they've put out that did not require a Caucasian playing that role. But all of a sudden they want to be all in their feelings about a melanated sister playing the role of a fictitious character, Little Mermaid. Out of all the things we can, out of all the things that they can be mad about, police brutality, the abuse of the system, and a variety of other things, which is very, very much more important. What you notice is they stay quiet on those issues, They stay real quiet on those issues, which leads me to believe and feel that silence is admission of guilt. If you're silent about police brutality or whatnot just because someone in your family is a police officer, but your basic common sense can distinguish the difference between right and wrong, excessive force and force that is, force that's not even required, it's like those individuals, they stay quiet, they stay very, very quiet. And it has been shown year after year, case after case. That's why I am the way I am. I tell anybody, shut the fuck up. Don't jump out there and start talking all this slick shit, about, we're all humans and this, that, and the fifth. Miss me with that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, really, miss me with that bullshit, because if you're saying that, people like to say all lives matter, but when shit happens, those, when police brutality occurs and there's mishandling of melanated people, men, women, and children, those same individuals who are out there saying, well, all lives matter and, we're all humans and this, that, and the fifth, they're quiet. They don't have shit to say at all. Never. Whatever they doing, I know they hear about it. If you don't hear about it on the news, you hear about it on social media. And a lot of people, they just, people like them, they keep their mouth closed. They don't have anything to say. But then when the spotlight is put on them, then, their first response is, well, all lives matter. It's not just Black Lives Matter and this, that, and fifth. Fuck that shit, man. This, police brutality and racism actually can be eradicated if those Caucasians who really feel, who really and truly feel that all lives matter, if they utilize their platform in a way that it is going to force, it's going to force them, force their own people to either change, or they just got to start holding people accountable to the fire that they create But of course, that's too much. That's too much like being right. You know, and what I've recognized is when you are doing the right thing and you are speaking the right talk, it's like people will do whatever they possibly can to shut you down. You know, they'll try and jeopardize your career, sabotage your career. Put threats on your life and all that. Me personally, I tell anybody, I was like, shit, don't fear them. Don't fear nobody. Just stay strapped. Stay strapped. Familiarize yourself with the laws, and you'll be all right. That's all it's about. Knowing what your rights are and exercising your rights. Don't tell me, well, just go ahead and comply. Don't do this and don't do that. No, we've already went through that phase already. We've already been through that phase. That phase has really and truly shown the world that even when you comply, your life is still in danger. You comply and bam, you're dead. And when you're gone, it's like no one is being held accountable. It's always excuses and racist judges, who are bigots and idiots, and they're not performing. They're not handing down the necessary judgment, which is fair. So it's like, you start doing shit like that. It's like, man, your faith in you can't believe in this system. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I'm about to go ahead and shut this down. And in the meantime, in between time, remain positive and stay in love, and leave your comments below. Give it a thumbs up and whatnot. And I'll see you again on the next post.